It's a big question. Hi, Luna. Hello friends, and welcome back to Pearls and Ivy. It's me, Sarah. This is the third and final video in my Reconciling 2020 Journey into the Solstice series. And if you haven't seen the first two, what's wrong with you? Go back and watch them. No skipping ahead. Kidding, but really, do yourself a favor and go back and watch the first two videos, which I will link down below and up here, and go through those exercises first because they will help you with what we are doing today. So there's a journey, there's a reason behind what I do. It's all a process. In just a few days, it will be my favorite night of the year, winter solstice. I don't remember when I fell in love with it. There's just something so magical about the idea of the longest night of the year. I am all about shadow work and introspection, so the combination of winter's cold and a long dark night just makes for the ultimate somber, melancholic experience. But really, there's a quiet about it. There's a stillness that just begs for magic, ritual, and deep, deep inner work. It's also the official beginning of the holiday season, specifically the Yule holiday. For the day after the solstice is the day when the sun returns and the days begin to grow longer. Cultures all over the world mark this day and the days following with celebration, with joy, with festivities, with eating and drinking and general merriment. This is also why Christmas, or the birth of Christ, is celebrated at this time. As solstice marks the birth of the sun, the literal light of the world, Christmas marks the birth of the sun, Mama, also called the light of the world. Anyway, I could go on forever about the beautiful history, traditions, and symbolism about this most magical time, but we came to work. So, without further ado, let's get to the end of this journey. To sum up this journey and this year, to embrace the magic of this solstice, I want you to ask yourself two questions, just two. And the first question is, what story am I ready to let go of? I know, that's a big one. It's a big question. We all tell ourselves stories. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love. I'm just a screw up. The things that I want have already been taken. I'll never change this behavior. I'm not strong enough to leave this situation. I'll never change that behavior. I don't deserve X, Y, or Z. We all have a personal narrative that we repeat to ourselves, rather consciously or unconsciously. One that is based more on beliefs we've created in our minds than on real, actual truth. More often than not, these beliefs stem from old conditioning due to unfortunate situations or traumatic experiences from our past. We experience something, it creates a belief. Then we subconsciously look for evidence to support it. And when we can't find it, we create it. We tell ourselves we're not worthy at love and subconsciously sabotage relationships, only to keep that story alive. Or tell ourselves, oh, everyone's already doing the thing I want to do, so there's no room for me. So you simply don't try. It's whatever we constantly tell ourselves to hold ourselves back from living a life that we truly, truly want. What story are you ready to let go of? And all of us have a story that we've been telling ourselves for a very long time. And with this solstice, with this shift, I've talked about the Great Conjunction, and yes, there's beautiful things coming, and yes, there is a beautiful life on the other side of it, but before you can grab that, before you can claim it, you've got to let go of the things that are holding you back. So what story are you telling yourself? What story are you ready to let go of? Really feel into this one, and if you get a little stuck, I would suggest doing some free writing. Sit down, get quiet, put pen to paper, and just spew yourself out onto the page, and eventually stuff's gonna start coming out. You'll notice I did this the other night, and whoa, there was a lot of anger. There was a lot of anger inside me that really wanted to come out. We'll get to that. I'll get to that story later. But it's really useful. Don't think about it, don't edit it, don't even really look at what you're writing, just let the pen go. And when you're done, you can burn the paper, you can tear it up and let it go in the wind. And if you want to, another really powerful practice you can do to let go of your story is to write a eulogy for your old self. For example, Sarah has been with me my whole life, and she was so kind, but she never fully gave herself the credit she deserved. Make it kind, make it loving. Send gratitude for your story, for helping you learn and grow, and then say goodbye. You could even take this eulogy and bury it in the ground. If you want to wait, this would be a powerful exercise to do on solstice night. On the darkest night, going into the darkest parts of your shadows, only to be released and disintegrated in the dawn by the coming of the sun. I know. Cool, right? But it's time to get that story out. It's time to end it. However you choose to do it, it's time to let it go. Allow yourself to let it go. And once you've done that, the next and final thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what am I stepping into? Now, for me, that question feels very hopeful and exciting. And I don't actually want you to write this answer down. You can if you wanna do a little free writing and that sort of method works for you. But I think what's more helpful is to just be curious. Allow yourself to wonder. The solstice marks the beginning of a new cycle, yes, but it is just the beginning. We have only begun to even consider what might be coming on the other side. We've only begun before the rising sun. We fly. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't. Carpenters, couldn't help myself. But yes, there's no reason why you should or would have it all figured out right now. But after you've released your story, however you see fit, it's time to start writing a new one. And just get curious about what's next. Feel into your body. Look back over your answers to the previous questions, thinking about how you've grown and what's been calling to your heart. And just be open to what may be growing out of it. Be playful, be easy, and allow yourself to be guided to it. You don't need to see or know the whole big picture now. You just need to listen to what's next. If you're able, I would highly recommend unplugging for a few days before and after the solstice. Or if that won't work for you, at least just the night of and the day after, the 21st and the 22nd. Spend your night saying your last goodbyes to the old and greet the sunrise with an open heart for whatever is next on the horizon. As for me, besides one more video which I'll be releasing on the solstice, I'll be going social media dark until after the new year, just to be really present with everything that's been coming up for me and to really, really feel into what's next without outside distractions. But that's all. I really hope these processes have helped you. They've definitely been helping me. It's been a very emotional journey. So much has been coming up for me this year, and especially here at the end when we're in this phase of wrapping it all up. And I hope my heart of hearts that you've been able to glean something from this just incredible shit show of a year. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I love you so much. Please come and chat with me down in the comments. I want to know if any of this has helped you, if you've had some huge revelations. You can also email me. I'll put that in the description below. Things are going to be looking up, everyone. It's not going to be an instantaneous, boom, everything's perfect kind of deal, but we're shifting, and the world is shifting, and it's time for us to shift with it. Okay, bye. Luna, you gotta sit right there. You gotta sit down. Get out of the camera. No, Luna, go sit down. Go lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. We have Luna.